Hello friends, it's Miss Anna here, and I have a couple of stories for you today about mice. So let's think for a minute about the color of mice. Can you think about what color mice could be? Maybe you thought of gray or brown or white. They could be a few different colors. And today for our first story, I have two mice, and they are actually both the color gray. And do you think that they probably say roar? No, they probably say squeak squeak. And in our story today, I have a mouse named City Mouse. And City Mouse lives in a little house in the city right over here. And this is his cousin Country Mouse. And Country Mouse lives in a little house in the country right over here. Well, one day, City Mouse opened up the door to his house and came outside, and he said, "Oh, what a lovely day. I would really like to go and see my cousin Country Mouse today." And so he closed the door and he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill until he got to Country Mouse's house. He knocked on the door, but Country Mouse didn't hear him when he went, because Country Mouse was in his basement sorting all of his cheese. And City Mouse said, "I guess he's not home. I might as well go back to my house." And so he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill until he got back to his house. He opened the door, went inside, and closed the door. Well, he was really tired from his travels, and so he decided that he would take a nap. Well, in the meantime, Country Mouse had finished sorting all of his cheese, and he came upstairs and opened the door, and came outside and closed the door, and he said, "Oh, what a lovely day! It's a perfect day to go and see my cousin City Mouse." And so Country Mouse went up the hill and down the hill, and up the hill and down the hill, and up the hill and down the hill, and up the hill and down the hill, until he got to City Mouse's house. He knocked on the door, but City Mouse didn't hear him go on the door. Do you remember why? Because City Mouse was taking a nap. Shh. Well, Country Mouse figured he must not be home and said, "I guess I'll just go back to my house." And so he went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill until he got back to his house. He opened the door, went inside, and closed the door. Well, meanwhile, City Mouse woke up and said, "I really did want to see my cousin Country Mouse today." And Country Mouse was all alone in his house and said, "I really wanted to see City Mouse today." And they both said, "I think I'll try again." And so they opened their doors and they went outside and they closed the doors. They each went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and they met in the middle. And City Mouse said, "Country Mouse, I was just on my way to your house." And City Mouse said, "Would you like to come over for lunch?" And City Mouse said, "I would love to." And together they went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill. And when they got to Country Mouse's house, they opened the door. They both went inside and closed the door. They had a delicious lunch. They had tea and crackers. And do you know what else they had? They had cheese, and it was delicious. They had a wonderful afternoon together, and when they were all done and it was time for City Mouse to go home, they opened the door and they both came outside. Country Mouse waved goodbye, City Mouse, as City Mouse went up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill and up the hill and down the hill. Both mice opened their doors, went inside, and closed the doors. And that is the story of City Mouse and Country Mouse. And wouldn't you know, friends, I never just tell a story, do I? We have a song today too. And so to sing this song together, I'm going to need you to take out your wiggly fingers. And your wiggly fingers are going to climb up. Is this an arm? No, not if we use our imaginations. This can be a super tall grandfather clock. And so take your little mice fingers, and here we go. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse went up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse ran down Hickory dickory dock. Here we go again. Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 2. The mouse went boo! Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 3. The mouse went wee! Hickory dickory dock. All right, one more time. Hickory dickory dock. The mouse went up the clock. The clock struck 4. The mouse said, no more! Hickory dickory dock. All right, my friends, those are my stories for you today about mice. I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.